Monday, 1 August 2022. In this edition, I'm going to talk about Pelosi and a little bit about pestilence and obviously about the EU's energy woes. But I'm going to start off with this one. You have your 2 shots, you've got your 2 boosters, you're double masked, and yet nothing has changed. How stupid do you feel? You don't feel stupid at all. Why? Because you are stupid. And I think we can ponder on that one. But then here's a this thing. It upsets me when I see this, because you must remember, any money numbers you see in these types of reports comes out of the pockets of taxpayers. Moderna bags $1.74 billion US government deal for pestilence vaccine update. The US government has agreed on Friday to pay drug manufacturer Moderna $1.74 billion for 66 million doses of its pestilence vaccine updated for the Omicron subvariant. The big pharma giant deal could be extended to 300 million doses if the government exercises all its options and persuades Congress to approve further funding. Moderna stock reacted to the news by rising 3% on the market. Take note of these numbers. Take note of the realities that the snake poison is not working, and take note who is pocketing all the money. And then we've got this message here. Breaking. Joe Biden tests positive for pestilence again per the AP. How is this even possible? That's a record. Way to go, Joe. Everyone get vaccinated and boosted, and you'll get COVID twice in a week. Makes you think. Right, now we're back in the EU. Gazprom fully stops gas supplies to Latvia due to non-payment in rubles. Latvia got 90% of their gas from Russia last year. They felt cocky after an EU country promised to buy Russian gas for them and send it back via the Russian pipeline. Take note, the Russian pipeline. Germans face gas bill price jump as companies pass on costs. German households are set to pay an extra 1,000 euros as utility companies will be able to pass along the heightened energy cost. You can pause it and read the rest. This is something that I have read and heard many reports on how devastating the energy costs are for the Europeans. And then we get here to one that could easily be a what the fuck, but it's not really a what the fuck, it is actually just laughable. Cow dung can't replace Russian fuel. Expert. Despite great hopes, gas produced from manure cannot alone rid Germany of its dependence on Russian fossil fuels, a leading biogas expert has explained. Biogas from Germany can replace a lot, but not that much. And I'm going to stop there. I mean, it can replace a lot, but not that much. I don't know where this thing is really going to end in the EU. I've said it previously. My prediction is that the EU as an entity is going to break apart. This Russian sanctions is a nuclear bomb for that organization. And the way that Ursula von der Crazy is overstepping boundaries is crazy and scary. And I cannot for one moment imagine that the citizens is going to take this for an indefinite. And then just a little reminder to those in the EU. Eurozone inflation breaks record again in July, up to 8.9%. And the news just keeps on getting worse. German economy ground to a halt in Q2. The German economy stagnated in the second quarter, disappointing expectations of a slight expansion, as GDP was unchanged quarter on quarter according to the Federal Statistics Office. Europe's largest economy was brought to a halt by energy tensions with Russia, supply chain disruptions, and the aftermath of the pestilence, according to the official statement. Europe is in trouble, and you don't need to be a rocket scientist to know that. And then here comes it. Gazprom halts transit of gas to Latvia. The Russian gas giant said Saturday that it has stopped deliveries to Latvia due to violations of the terms of gas extraction. Remember when I read that other snippet? Apparently some Latvian official boasted that they are getting the gas from a third party. But seems to me he forgot that they're transferring those gas that they get from a third party through a Russian pipeline. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And this one is just to take note of. German Vice Chancellor called a warmonger. Germany Economy Minister Robert Habeck is drowned out by protesters in Beirut on Thursday as he urged Germans to accept the rising cost of energy as the price of standing against Russia. Meanwhile, gas prices are set to soar even further thanks to a new government surcharge. These politicians don't listen and they don't learn. The public is beginning to make noises. And then we get this one. Biden admin in denial as US plunges into a recession. The US is heading into recession with the White House refusing to see the economic reality and preferring to play word games. But how many points in Scrabble is recession? This is a joke, and there's been many posts about it, and I'm just going to step off it, but the fact is, 2 quarters in a row negative growth is a recession. Doesn't matter how they want to relabel it. It's just like with this gender reassignment. They change whatever they want to suit their narrative. Orbán rejects pure Nazi text speech claims. Hungarian PM Viktor Orbán claims his speech last Saturday saying his citizens don't want to become people of mixed race, over which long-standing aide Zsuzsa Hegedus quit on Tuesday, was not a race issue, but a cultural one. And you can read further. The fact of the matter is, Hungary has got a responsible leader, and he is rejecting the globalists' idea of diversity. I have spoken about diversity in other Skidmarks. And then we come to this one. This could actually be one long what a fuck. And it is about Pelosi's planned trip to Taiwan. Chinese media claims that the US fleet sent to Taiwan will be destroyed. And then there's a response. China does have the capability of destroying the US global imperial pirate fleet sailing with the Taiwan Strait if it so chooses. What should the United States do if China shoots down Nancy Pelosi's plane? Then this answer? Unfortunately, that's an act of war. We would have to respond in a vigorous manner, not a strongly worded letter or phone call. Also, unfortunately, the current POTUS and DOD have hollowed out and weakened our armed forces so much that this could be the first major war we lose. And then there's this answer. Immediately sent Schumer, AOC, Schiff and Obama in a plane to search for wreckage. Now, there was a lot of responses. I didn't take all of them out, but I mean, there were some good ones. And then there's this one. And please take Ramaphosa and Zuma with. They are wide awake and will spot Nancy shining diamonds from a plane 20 kilometers high. And then there's this guy. Yes, and make sure they take at least a full platoon of trans soldiers to defend them. The people, I'm talking about ordinary people, have had enough of this warmongering. And this stunt that Pelosi is pulling in Taiwan might be extremely costly in the end. And I'm going to end this with some comments that was posted on one of Alexander Mercouris's presentations. Food prices in Russia are falling, energy prices are not increasing, and there are no shortages. People are rejoicing, enjoying the summer. Kudos to Russians. People in the West finally need to open their eyes to see what kind of politicians they have elected into their governments and start thinking. According to my information, they have already started in Germany. People are so down there that they are thinking about mass protests. This guy, if you really want good information and a good discussion of the things, try Alexander Mercouris on the Duran. Then there's this one. An 80-year-old senile lady who bullied the whole world for her entire career can't understand that her days are over. And this guy is referencing to Nancy. And then there's this one. Why does the USA feel it deserves to involve itself in everyone's internal affairs? Ukraine, Russia, Taiwan, China. I live in the USA and I love my country, but this is starting to get out of hand. There has been no bigger military purveyors of death than the USA. And there was a lot of comments that were really worthy of being published, but the thing is this. The general mood is captured in these 3 comments, and it is clear. The ordinary people are beginning to resist. This warmongering of the neocons in Washington is out of control, and Joe Biden supercharged it because he's a weak leader. The White House is not the White House, it's now a shit house as far as I'm concerned. And they are spreading misery around the globe. They are comfortable there in Washington, while the people are dying in Yemen, Iran, Iraq, Libya, and now they're stoking fires in Serbia. This is not right. In any case, thank you for your support. Please like, subscribe, share, and let's try and find something positive. Have a nice day.